Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to be discussing some Flash theories, discussions related to Crisis and post-Crisis. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the button down below, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. Let's get right into the discussion about the Flash. So, I was thinking about videos I wanted to do for the Flash because I was running out of content. And it dawned on me that Dante, Cisco's brother, never came back after he died in Season 3 of The Flash. Or, well, not specifically Season 3. He died to a car crash due to Flashpoint. If you remember, Barry created Flashpoint with his parents alive, and Zoom killed his dad. Came back to a new timeline, the one we're in right now, with Dante dead, and Cisco hating Barry for not time traveling and fixing that. Now, the reason I thought of it was because in Crisis, post-Crisis, which Oliver rebirthed this world that we're on right now for Earth Prime, where he brought John's daughter, right? Or was it the son? I think it was the daughter, brought his daughter Sarah back after she got that whole weird thing where because of Flashpoint, Sarah was baby John now. She was a boy. And I don't know why they did that or why they took that route, but they did. It was a whole weird thing, but they did it, but Oliver fixed it, and instead of taking one away from the other, they gave them both, baby John and baby Sarah. So, why didn't Oliver bring Dante back? It's not like it was a major point for Cisco that at least we know of, from what I remember Season 3, there was never a point in the timeline where it would have mattered besides the point where it was dealing with Cisco unlocking Sabotage from that box in 309. And then they now decide we're going to throw the box into the Speed Force. That scene could have easily been changed to be Iris, or with her mom, or it could have been I don't know. It could have been anyone on Team Flash. It could have been Caitlin, for crying out loud, being Ronnie in that scene. You know, Ronnie being able to come back would have added with Flash's Nate. I mean, you know, with the Philosopher's Stone tricking the person using it. Like, that could have been the little tidbit scene we could have gotten to fill in Season 3, replacing that Cisco scene with Dante, but with Caitlin with Ronnie or something like that. You know, that would have been the only thing that would have been different. Now, was it a thing that no one thought about? Yeah, no one's ever thought of it. I've never seen a single person since Crisis bring up Dante and how he should have been brought back. Now, let's just look away from the lazy writing, because I'm sure that's what it was. The writers didn't think of it, you know, it's like, whatever. Like I said already, we know that Dante didn't play, his death, at least, didn't play a huge role in how Cisco really became who he was, right? He became Vibe because of his powers from Thawne. You know, the relationship between him and Dante was better because of Zoom and that whole Earth 2 mess that we had pre-Crisis. You know, if you brought Dante back, really the only thing that would be different in this timeline would be that he'd more than likely drop by Starlight every now and then. He might have known that Barry was the Flash. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe he would have been kidnapped again. That, or if we're really going to look at it from a Oliver point of view, maybe Oliver saw a future where Dante died or someone else did. He didn't want to put Cisco through that, so they just kept them killed off. Logistically speaking, as in from the writer's point of view, they probably just didn't want to get the actor back. Or maybe the actor didn't want to come back. That's always a thing, you know. The actor didn't want to come back to the show, he's done with the show, he didn't want to come back. That could have been a thing, and they didn't know how to write him off, so they decided, well, let's just keep him dead post-Crisis. But we didn't even need to see him back. Just say that he's alive. Who cares? Like, you know, it would have been nice to know, you know. But they did say that he's dead. And I think Cisco brought up once or twice, or back as in 6. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we know he's dead. It's just, you know, he's not back. So it's interesting to think that they just didn't bring him back. You know what I mean? It's weird. Like, I don't know. When I started thinking about it, I was like, wait, why? Oliver managed to change most of the things that happened due to Flashpoint. Minus Frost getting, you know, becoming a thing, Caitlin getting powers. You know, that whole storyline is still intact. As it should be, because Oliver could change certain little things, obviously. So, you know, for them to say, like, oh, Dante wasn't the thing he could change, that makes no sense. Like, okay, Robert, he couldn't bring Robert back. That would screw up Oliver's, you know, become the Green Arrow. Barry, he couldn't bring back Barry's mom and dad. That would screw up him being the point where he's at now, right? That'd screw up him learning from Flashpoint. That would screw up him learning just, you know, how much people close to him are a risk to the people he's going up against. Like, there'll be so much learning that would just go through that Barry would miss out on, or was a past version of Barry, because of that. And you have to remember that we're dealing with a timeline now that we have no idea what the hell happened in the past. I mean, you know, we have Supergirl in this world. We have, you know, Black Lightning on this world in the past. So it's a whole new timeline. We can't really travel to the past because we wouldn't know. Well, I guess we could, but it wouldn't be legit, would it? it'd be something just completely different, and it'd be weird in a way, you know? And you kind of can't just put stuff in and say, oh yeah, this is how that works. You can't. But nonetheless, I think I just went off on a complete, like, sidetrack road right there. But nonetheless, I did find it weird that Dante wasn't brought back. And again, that's probably because I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm probably going to forget about it, like, next year. But, like, why didn't they? There's no legitimate, logical reason why they didn't. I think the real reason is because the writers were lazy, as I said already. And they're like, oh, we can't get the actor back, we're just going to keep him killed off. But, again, the thing is that Oliver could have brought him back, you know what I mean? And they just didn't. Like, they could have just name-dropped him. They didn't have to go into a whole thing of, let's get the actor back for an episode, you know, whatever. Like, they legitimately could have just brought his name up and said that he and Cisco are getting along very well. Like, that's it, you know? Like, I mean, hell, they killed Gypsy off in back of season 6. Like, you know, they obviously did that post-crisis for a reason. So they wouldn't bring her back, right? I mean, that's the thing that you gotta look at now. Who died post-crisis that's been part of the show for the last few years? Gypsy was one of them. Dante was one of them. You know, I mean, the Speed Force died. You know, those are 3 things that obviously Crisis affected and changed because we were dealing with a whole multiversal crappy thing. But, you know, which, by the way, Crisis Infinite Earths, I don't like. I really don't like the crossover. It's the worst crossover that's ever done, period. It was the historic thing, yes. Was it cool in some areas? Yes. But overall, it was just bad. The only good thing was the first hour, which was jaw-dropping because Oliver died in the first hour. And no one expected it. We're like, what the hell? And his second death really wasn't that great. It was just like Supergirl and like Flash overly powered super beings rolled into Oliver. He's not even the Green Arrow and he dies as a Spectre, which is cool. But do we really need that? No. I think just the way I pictured Oliver dying would have been as the Green Arrow, not as Spectre. But, you know, I guess we did get that twice throughout the show. But yeah. Anyways, look, I legitimately wish I didn't think of this. I legitimately wish I didn't. Because now I'm never going to be able to stop thinking about it. I'm going to look back on this video in like 2 years. Like, why the hell did I do this video? Because I don't know. I really don't know why I started thinking about this. But now it's just got me on a thing of, why did the writers not even consider it? Because you can't tell me they just forgot about it, because they legitimately, they had to have had like a full-on board of like, things that can change the crisis. And you're telling me they didn't include the major thing that went on for like 9 episodes in season 3? That was a whole thing. Like, it was brought up several times. It was a major story for Cisco in season 3. Again, for the like first half of the season. It was the reason why Cisco hated Barry with a passion in the first like 8 to 9 episodes. Do you remember that? Till the crossover, the invasion crossover. It was till Cisco forgave Barry in that crossover. Before that point, Cisco didn't want anything to do with Barry. Especially when he found out from Frost, or from Killer Frost, that the entire reason Dante's dead is because of Barry. So, in a way, that's kind of cruel to Barry that Oliver just let Dante die again, however he died, just so Barry has to live with that, assuming it ever gets brought up again, which it probably won't, right? But that's the lazy writing here, right? That's like classic, Legends and Batwoman and no one really giving a crap. I mean, Slash and 7 writers, I mean, it's what we were dealing with in a way. So, it's one small thing, but it's one small thing that would have been nice to be changed, I mean, for crying out loud, how the hell did Iris not die? Oh wait, I'm sorry, it's just magically she didn't die post-crisis. Remember that in 820, which is easily one of the coolest finales around the show. The weakest point of that finale next to Seal was Damien Dark saying that Iris lived to Savitar when he stabbed her in the heart, at least in season 3, and died in the future and caused Barry to become evil. Pretty much like a Demo Barry, what the hell am I saying? An emo Barry. Remember that long, weird-ass hair? Like, that's what we're dealing with. So you can't tell me that this Iris magically lived, and that's because of Crisis, and there's no other way they could have explained that. You're telling me they couldn't bring up one person back when they brought a baby back? When they brought Diggs' daughter that Barry technically had killed off in Arrow? What? And also, let's not forget about Emiko. I just saw that Emiko and Mora, the 2 people that died on Arrow, lived. Which, Mora, yes, I'm glad she's back, but what about the connection there? When Oliver lost Mora, I don't know how many times he brought it up to talk people out of committing murder. It was a few times. So what, was that just swapped around with God knows who? And, like, there's a lot of plot holes in this whole thing. If you really think about it. Now I'm just thinking about it too much. And I don't want to. Because it was really nice what Oliver did. I love that they made him rebirth this universe. They made him a whole new world with Flash, Legends, Batwoman, and Arrow, and, Black Lightning. Obviously, we only have one of those shows left now. But it's still nice to know that we're ending on the world that Oliver gave us, Hopefully it doesn't get destroyed in the final season. That would be something, wouldn't it? Just all the Earth Prime gets destroyed in the Flash's final season. And it's like, that's it. Like, none of the heroes live. Flash, like, Barry dies. Team Flash dies. Team Arrow, Supergirl, Black Lightning, Batwoman, Legends. Well, maybe not Legends, because I don't know where the hell they're at. I don't really care. But all of them are dead. That'd be depressing, but also it'd be somewhat funny. I don't know why it'd be funny, but they all end up on Earth 1 or something. And it's like pre-crisis all over again, but with Stargirl on Earth 2, and, that's it. Really, that'd be the only difference, because Superman and Lois is, like, nothing now. So, like, that's what it would be. But no, look, it's kind of depressing that they couldn't change one person coming back from Barry's mistake, but they managed to make like 3 different changes to Barry's Flashpoint mistake, right? And also, they honestly kept the Huss, right? Like Rival, who died, right? Didn't he die? I don't remember. But they had all these Season 3 that died due to Flashpoint, or it's like their lives completely ruined because of Flashpoint. So did Alvar not give a crap? like, you can't tell me Alvar didn't at least consider it, right? He had to have. Especially if he considered bringing back baby Sarah. And like, I don't know. Now I just regret thinking about it. Like I said already, like twice already, I think I said I regret it. This is the third time now. I regret doing this video. But I'm going to look back and be like, wow, I'm a total idiot for doing this because it's going to be on my mind forever. Anyways, why do you guys watch my content? I don't know. I generally believe that no one watches this part of the video, so I just go on a complete and utter random talk. Because there's no way anyone watches this point in the video. There's no way. At this point, either A, you've clicked off the video, or B, you just have in the background muted. That's what this point in the video is. So, that's what it is. Literally what it is. Like, there's nothing, yeah, no. You might disagree, that's fine. If you still watch this point of video, great. I'm glad you are. But there's no way, like, any of you legitimately are paying attention to this point in the video. Did I just break out, like, a third wall? No, because I'm not a movie star. See what I mean? I go on random talks in the end of my videos because no one watches the end of my videos. Like, maybe like 0.0000001% of you guys actually watch my content all the way through. And I appreciate that, you know, that one person who does. But, it's probably not more. Anyways. Jesus. Where does this video even go to? I want to talk about Alvar not bringing Dante back, the whole, like, thing about Crisis being screwed up. Yeah, that's great, isn't it? Since I want to get to 10 minutes for no apparent reason, I think I'm already past 10 minutes, probably 15 minutes. But for anyone who is still watching this point in the video, Stargirl's this week. On Wednesday, I'll be doing my 301 review. And then Thursday, I'll be doing promo breakdowns for Stargirl throughout the entire season. So Wednesdays and Thursdays are Stargirl videos. Thursday mornings from now on will be She-Hulk reviews. And when I'm done with She-Hulk after 9 episodes, I will tell you guys what I'll be doing next for the MCU shows. That will be brought up when we get closer to those dates, obviously. Mondays will remain Arrow reviews. Obviously, because I'm still doing those, and I'm very glad I'm doing them. I'm actually going to be recording 110 after you guys are seeing this, so, you know, a day in advance. But Sundays and Tuesdays will be the times for discussion videos for The Flash, Stargirl as well, or news videos. If news happens to break on a Wednesday or a Thursday, what will most likely happen is the news video will be up the following morning. That goes alongside for Monday nights. Like if like The Flash gets a casting news, I'll do a video about it like Tuesday night or Tuesday morning if there's more news coming out. But there's news at least is like Wednesday or especially Thursday night. I'll do it Friday morning. It's just gonna be a workaround schedule. If that happens, which I will let you guys know, but we're heading into territory of Stargirl coming back, and when Flash comes back, it'll be similar territory because it'll be on Wednesdays. It should be on Wednesdays. So yeah, so we'll be dealing with. So yeah, thank you guys for support. I really do appreciate it. Have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.